Welcome to the St. George's University School of Veterinary Medicine Commencement Ceremony.
Hello, I'm Dr. Glenn Jacobs, Provost St. George's University, and I am very happy that you could join us to celebrate the achievements of the graduating class of St. George's University. While you are not crossing the stage this year, and this experience is different, it makes it no less significant than being in person. You are stepping into new roles that will have a huge impact across the world, and I am proud of all of you. I wish you success, I wish you health, and most importantly, I wish you happiness. Congratulations to you and your loved ones.
Thank you, Provost Jacobs. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and honored graduates, it is indeed a privilege for me to welcome each of you to the 2021 Virtual Academic Convocation of St. George's University School of Veterinary Medicine. Wherever you are today, please rise for the national anthems of the United States of America and Grenada.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Hail, Grenada, land of ours, we pledge ourselves to thee. Heads, hearts, and hands in unity to reach our destiny. Ever conscious of God, being proud of our heritage, may we with faith and courage aspire, build, advance. As one people, one family, God bless our nation.
This is a very special day, particularly for the 184 young women and men who have completed 4 years of rigorous veterinary medical education, and who, in a few minutes, will embark upon their professional careers as the world's newest veterinarians. With the addition of these new graduates, the School of Veterinary Medicine will have produced nearly 2,000 doctors of veterinary medicine since our first graduating class in 2003. I'd like to extend our thanks to the families, friends, faculty, and staff for your support and your commitment to ensuring the success of our students in the pursuit of their lifelong dreams. You are here because our graduates recognize you as essential components in their success, and your mission does not end here. For us, this ceremony is a symbol of confidence that you are now prepared for the professional world into which you are entering. Indeed, we have equipped you with essential skills necessary for entering the veterinary profession, and you must continue learning to keep pace with the changing world around us. I now take great pleasure in introducing Dr. Charles R. Modica, Chancellor and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of St. George's University. Dr. Modica?
It is a great honor to be here today with you. As new graduates of the School of Veterinary Medicine, I can tell you that you followed a tradition of graduates of the schools of St. George's University since 1976. As a founding member of the university and the chancellor, it's been my great honor to watch the lives change of people that have gone through the veterinary school and made their lives better and helped Grenada in terms of its involvement in the School of Veterinary Medicine. As an accredited School of Veterinary Medicine by the AVMA, we have the honor of being part of your lives, knowing that you will practice mostly in the United States, but in countries all over the world. And we're proud to be part of that. We're proud that the country of Grenada has been part of your lives for a few years. And now, with the pandemic having impacted all of us, you've shown that you had the resolve and fortitude and dedication to complete your studies, no matter what. You've done well, and your faculty and administration and everyone in the university, as well as your family and friends, should be proud of you. You did it, and congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Modica. I now invite Dr. Tara Patterson, President of the School of Veterinary Medicine Alumni Association, to make some remarks. Dr. Patterson?
Good afternoon to all, and a very special warm welcome to our graduates, their families, and well-wishers. I have the distinct pleasure of making a few remarks today as the president of the SVM Alumni Association. However, I would be remiss if I didn't first say a few words as a member of the faculty of the School of Veterinary Medicine and one who has had the distinct pleasure of watching this class grow into the phenomenal veterinarians they are today. What makes the class of 2021 so exceptional is their resilience. Their resilience to persevere in the face of a global pandemic, one that uprooted the June class of 2021 while in the middle of their final term on island, robbing them of their slideshow, Phi Zeta ceremony, and final goodbyes. One that stole valuable clinical training from this group of aspiring veterinarians. Ultimately, a public health crisis that has changed the way that we practice veterinary medicine today, with a pivot to telemedicine and curbside service, limiting our face-to-face interaction with our clients. But this class did what all SGU students do. They persevered. They didn't give up, and they made the most of what was offered to them. They are resilient and truly incredible. And so on behalf of all faculty in the School of Veterinary Medicine, I want to tell you how incredibly proud we are of you and admire your strength and determination to persevere in the face of this pandemic. Congratulations to all. I know that this is not what you had envisioned for your graduation, the grand finale after 4 years of hard work. We understand the disappointment that probably most of you are feeling today. I'm not here to tell you that you are not entitled to feel this way. Your disappointment is legitimate. You've worked hard, and for years, you have looked forward to a grand celebration in New York City. But what I want you to remember is this: no matter where you are in the world today, no matter what the format of your graduation ceremony, the importance, the magnitude and the relevance of your achievements are in no way minimized. Today, your DVM degrees will be conferred, and regardless of how they are conferred, you are a DVM. Your graduation ceremony does not define the veterinarian you are today, nor the one that you will grow into. I am a proud member of the first graduating class of the vet school, the class of 2003. Like most of our SGU alumni, I wear my SGU badge with pride. And as I welcome you today to this wonderful fraternity, I have no doubt that you too will wear your alumni badge with pride. 4 years ago, when you decided to study at St. George's University, not only did you begin the long-awaited journey to becoming a veterinarian, you embarked on a life-changing, unique adventure. For the majority of you, you moved to a new country with a different culture. You met people from all over the world with whom you've made lifelong friendships. They are now colleagues, partners, or perhaps even your spouse. Now, having emerged on the other side of these past 4 years, no doubt you can appreciate the uniqueness of the experiences that Grenada and SGU have afforded you. It is these amazing experiences that, as an SGU alumnus, you will cherish forever. Today, I am delighted to welcome you to the SGU Fraternity of Alumni, and am privileged to call you my colleague. We hope that you will continue to stay connected with SGU through your Alumni Association, its events, and initiatives. When we can all be together again, we hope to see you at an alumni reception. But in the meantime, we hope that you'll consider joining us in one of our virtual CE sessions hosted by one of our amazing alumni. If you want to become more involved, you can join one of our committees, or you can volunteer in our student mentorship program, or help with recruitment. As an SGU alumnus, you are a valuable commodity to this institution, and we sincerely hope that you will become an active member of your alumni association. On behalf of the SVM Alumni Association Executive Board and SVM alumni from around the world, I would like to extend a hearty congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Patterson. I now invite Chancellor Charles Modica to formally confer your degrees. Will the candidates for Doctor of Veterinary Medicine please stand wherever you are today?
It is with the greatest admiration and utmost respect that I, Charles Modica, Chancellor of St. George's University, by virtue of the authority vested in me pursuant to the Grenada Act of Parliament of 1976 as amended, upon recommendation of the deans and faculty of the School of Veterinary Medicine, do hereby confer upon the members of this graduating class the degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Modica. Please be seated. The National Veterinary Honor Society has selected St. George's University to be the home of a chapter. Our school was one of the first international schools to receive this honor. Several of our graduates today have been inducted as Phi Zeta members. Each member is recognized in the commencement program. And now we will view 184 graduates receiving the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree in a PowerPoint presentation. I now invite Dr. Rhonda Pinckney to lead us in the veterinarian's oath. Dr. Pinckney.
Thank you, Dean Olson. Hello, class of 2021. Along with our graduates, I invite all veterinarians here today, practicing or retired, to stand and join us in reciting the veterinarian's oath. You can find the oath on the accompanying slide. Being admitted to the profession of veterinary medicine, I solemnly swear to use my scientific knowledge and skills for the benefit of society through the protection of animal health and welfare, the prevention and relief of animal suffering, the conservation of animal resources, the promotion of public health, and the advancement of medical knowledge. I will practice my profession conscientiously, with dignity, and in keeping with the principles of veterinary medical ethics. I accept as a lifelong obligation the continual improvement of my professional knowledge and competence. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Pinckney. Class of 2021, if you have not already done so, please move your tassel from the right side of your hat to the left to indicate that your degree has been conferred. Doctors of veterinary medicine, it is my honor to be the first to offer congratulations and welcome you to one of the most noble professions in the world, veterinary medicine. You have been given your diploma, but you cannot be given an education. That must be achieved, it must be earned, and indeed you have accomplished that goal. So accept your degree with pride as a symbol of your achievement. It really is a treasure that cannot be lost, cannot be borrowed, cannot be stolen. It will afford you respect and establish you as an authority figure in animal health. It will open doors to a wide variety of professional opportunities to serve mankind through ministering to the needs of billions of animals on this planet and fostering the ongoing evolution of one health, one medicine. Without question, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic demonstrates the enormous global need for veterinarians engaged in One Health, public health, epidemiology, and biomedical research. While you may now be physically outside of Grenada, you will continue to be an integral part of St. George's University School of Veterinary Medicine. Please be a credit to your alma mater and support it with good works. Please look to your school for continuing education and consultation. If you can, serve as a mentor to the students and classes following yours. And please return frequently to share with us the continuing and lifelong education, satisfaction, and joy you have received as a doctor of veterinary medicine. And lastly, I would like to leave you with a quote from George Washington Carver. Quote, "How far you go depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and the strong, because someday you will have been all of these." End of quote. To each of you graduating today, I extend on behalf of St. George's University our very best wishes for a productive and rewarding career in veterinary medicine. I now invite Dr. Carly Jones of the graduating class of 2021 to make a few remarks. Dr. Jones.
Thank you, Dean Olson, for the kind introduction. Hello to all my friends and fellow graduates of 2021. I'd like to thank you for selecting me to speak to you today and giving my family the false sense that I was this class's valedictorian. I have to admit, I was very surprised that you still wanted to hear me speak after 3 years of SAVMA meetings, but I'm so grateful for the opportunity to address you today. 4 years ago, I started a journal to document my time during veterinary school. My very first entry reads, "Today was my first day of vet school, and holy cow, it was great." I can still hear the sense of disbelief and awe in my voice as I reread that entry. I fondly remember the feeling of hopeful excitement for what the next 4 years might bring. For our class, this past year has brought unexpected hardships that none of us could imagine. But today, I challenge you to remember the joy, passion, and perseverance that got us to graduation day. In the spirit of remembering the many lessons that we learned during our time at St. George's, I would like to share a few of the most pertinent lessons from our time on the island. The first lesson of resiliency came from the very first time I stepped onto the tarmac at the Maurice Bishop Airport. I arrived in Grenada after 15 hours of flight delays, 1 cancellation, and 1 night of sleeping on the airport floor. When my dog Ruski and I touched down on Grenadian soil, we were grateful to be done traveling, to say the least. That is until we learned that our luggage had not made the journey with us and would not arrive for another 4 days. Using towels as blankets and wearing the same t-shirt for a week straight was not exactly how I imagined my grand arrival to a Caribbean island. And after many tears, phone calls home, and threatening to quit school before it even began, I took a deep breath and headed to Grand Dance. I know we've all experienced it, the feeling of the salt water as it washes a sense of relief over you. The realization that we would be ready for the next day, whatever challenge may present itself. The second lesson from our time at SGU is the value of community. Our class learned firsthand that life still goes on back home while we're on the island, and time truly stops for no one. Many of us lost loved ones, some experienced personal illness, and others watched from afar while their houses were struck by natural disaster. Even when we were still relative strangers, the empathy that I observed was a sight to be seen. Every single time we showed up for one another, proved we were there for one another, and healed together. We created a family who rallied around each other in times of need, and did so knowing that others would reciprocate when the time came. While I can vividly recall the nights in Pensick Hall, crying over pharmacology notes with Lauren and Colin, I can just as easily recall the time when they schemed secretly for weeks to help my boyfriend pull off the perfect surprise trip where he would propose to me on the Lansopine Cliffs. My classmates at SGU are the people who I will call when my back is up against the wall with a difficult patient, and they are also the people that I want by my side during the most important milestones of my life. The sense of community that you all have bestowed upon each other is a perfect reflection of the type of doctors that you have become. The final lesson I want to discuss is one of adaptability. I know that we all know the absolute miracle that is the Grenadian rental car. It is a more common occurrence that our little Jeeps would be out of commission rather than functioning properly. But giving each other rides and memorizing the school bus schedule was just another part of the idiosyncratic charm of the island. On a trip to the Grand Etang, my little Suzuki decided that she couldn't go any farther. Many passerby tried to help, and even Dr. Kerwin stopped to try and jump us with Elliot's little blue car. But it was no use. The battery needed replacing. When the leasing agent arrived, he exhibited an incredible feat of adaptability. While I frantically Googled how to give CPR, this man started his own car, removed the battery while it was still running, and put it into our car, and then had us follow him down the mountain. Our time at SGU has taught us how to roll with the punches when plan A and B, and probably even C, don't work out. Our ability to adapt to the obstacles we face will make us better doctors, better leaders, and better members of every community we become a part of. The memories we made at SGU and Grenada as a whole are the ties that will bind us for a lifetime. We will never forget our first time trying Grenadian rum or authentic oil down. We will forever cherish the exhilaration of completing our first spay with Dr. Marta, or hearing Dr. Khan yell, "Heads off!" as he hurled Ivy the uterus in your direction. We will hold close to our hearts the memory of our last class trip to Esther's, watching the Caribbean sunset together. As this chapter closes, I look forward to my next journal entry. Today was my first day as a veterinarian, and holy cow, it was great. I hope that one day, when your clients ask for you by name, and young veterinary school hopefuls ask you for advice, you proudly tell them you graduated from St. George's University. Congratulations, doctors. I hope to see you all soon.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. Thank you all for being such a wonderful virtual audience. Let us join in tribute with a hearty self-round of applause for the world's newest veterinarian. The final chapter of our ceremony today is the recessional. The recessional will be accompanied by a composite of slides representing all graduates. Good luck and Godspeed, and thank you all.
Thank you for joining us, and congratulations to all of our graduates.